Well, it is wonderful to have Dwyane Wade here with us. First of all, thank you so much for, you're here to talk about the documentary, and you got permission from Zaya for us to have this discussion.
Yes, I did.
that you started with Ellen that just got so much reaction. How is she handling all of this attention and people that are talking and now know her story?
Yeah, she's a kid that wants to focus on school. Right, today she has a mock trial at school that she's stressing about, and she's like, Dad, I came out to everyone because I wanted to be me. And I'm thankful that I'm able to be me, but I need to focus on my trial at school. You know, you guys handle that, but she's focused, but I think for her and myself and my wife and our family, we love the fact that she doesn't have to hide who she is.
She seems wise beyond her 12 years, because when you hear more of that conversation in the golf cart, and you said that she helped you and the family have a better understanding and helped you with this. How was she able to do that?
Well, she is our leader, and I think when the conversation we had, the one thing about it with parents is have conversations with your kids. You know, Zaya early on knew two things. She knew straight and she knew gay. But Zaya started doing more research. She was the one who sat down with us as a family and said, hey, I don't think I'm gay. And she went down the list and said, you know, this is how I identify myself. This is my gender identity, right? I identify myself as a young lady. I think I'm a straight trans because I like boys. So it was a process for us to sit down with our daughter and find out who she is and what she likes, and not put something on her, because as parents, we put our hopes and we put our fears on our kids.
Right.
And with Zaya, we decided to listen to her, and she's leading us along this journey.
You didn't have to put this in the documentary.
Nope.
Why did you, and what was that family discussion to reveal this way?
Well, I struggled on how much I wanted to talk about in the doc. I actually didn't talk about it a lot, but I knew if I put it in the doc at all, it would be a big conversation. And we struggled with that from, yes, we understand that our daughter's 12 years old. We struggle with what people would say about a 12-year-old making a decision about her life. But we also know our child, right? And so we sit back and we say, you know what, as parents, it's our job to sit back and figure out and find the information that we can. And we've sat down together as a family. We've reached out to as many people as we can. We've researched as many things as we can to try to help not only our family but other people in this journey and along the way. Because one thing we do know as a family, we've been through so many different things that other people and other families go through, and they say, thank you guys for speaking out on it. Thank you guys for being the face and the voice of this, because we can't. And that's what we're trying to do. We know it's other families out there that's dealing with their kid, finding themselves and learning who they are.
And what is your advice to a parent who is struggling to accept their child for any reason?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like we have all the answers. Right. I'm not going to sit here and act like before our child came home and set us down that we was not ignorant parents when it comes to the world. We're like, when I say we're learning from our 12-year-old, we're literally learning from our child. So the biggest thing is have an open mind. Go out and research. Ask your child, ask other people questions about this, because this conversation is real. Our 12-year-old deals with this. This is her life every day. This is no game to us. We're about protecting her heart. We're about protecting her joy. And to do that, we have to support them.
And how do you protect her? Because I think some parents are, they want to accept and they're understanding, but as a parent, you want to protect your child. And as much support as you have received, there has been criticism as well. And for your daughter to even admit that, and your son, that beautiful posting and saying, referring to they. So how do you handle those people who are less than supportive?
Well, our family, we love, right? We're imperfect, but we love each other for who we are and whatever we're going to become in life. I think we understand that we have to protect each other. We get amazing support from people. We get a lot of hate from people. But along the way, we inside together as a Wade family, we have to be the ones that have each other's back. And for us, it was important that Zaya understood that her family has her back. and it's just from the world and what people would say and what people think. But she's known that for 9 years, since she was 3 years old.
She's known since she was 3.
She's known since she was 3 years old. And along this way, we've asked questions and we've learned. But she's known from 3 years old.
Did you know early on?
I knew early on that I had to check myself. That's what I knew. I knew early on that I had to ask myself questions, right? I've been a person in the locker room that has been a part of the conversation that has said the wrong phrases and the wrong words myself. And as I got older and as I watched my daughter grow, I had to go and look at myself in the mirror and say, who are you? What are you going to do if your child come home and say, Dad, I'm not a boy, that I'm a gay boy, or that I'm a trans girl? What are you going to do? And for me, that was my moment of real. You know, it's like this is not something that I grew up knowing that I've played with a teammate or having a friend that came out to me as gay, as trans, as anything. My daughter was my first interaction when it comes to having to deal with this conversation. And hopefully I'm dealing with it the right way. Some people think I'm not, but inside our home, we see the smile on our daughter's face. We see the confidence that she's able to walk around and be herself. And that's when you know you're doing right.
That's right. I hope she does well. That mock trial you said she?
The mock trial today. She's sweating right now.
Okay.
It's real.
I hope that she does well. Thank you. Thank you and bless you. And we're going to have you back in the next hour because your documentary is brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll be back with Dwyane in the next hour. Come on back.
I got too much to prove. Money all on my mind. Niggas won't see me lose. Too many switching sides. I pull up, she energized. That loud keep us in the sky. No rookie up in that nigga. Like Curry up in the trigger. They sending shots. We gon' send them back. That's a fact. She gon' hit my line. Asking where I'm at. Girl, relax. Bitch gon' ride or die. Never gon' break the ties. Then you fly. But I'm gon' hit the bar. Shorty gon' bust it wide. Yeah. Let me put you on a different vibe.